off my meds, I know! Jay Stryker! The color of my soul! My eternal soul! You're the Dorito soul! Allah wills it! Okay, that's sick! Okay, that's sick! Okay, that's sick! Okay, so...
In the Navy, yes, you can sail the 7 seas. In the Navy, yes, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy, come on now, people, make a stand. In the Navy, can't you see we need a hand? In the Navy, come on, protect the motherland. In the Navy.
And we're going to go back right where we left off with no pause in between. I had been living on the brink of a precipice. Fast forward a while. We'll skip past the boring parts here. Dude, this guy's a dick. Let's go troll him. You know, like a retard. And some bullcrap. And it all happened at once. All these people saying negative comments, complaining that I got the name of a gun wrong or whatever, saying that I would never make it as a Marine. All this crap. People try to find out my real name. People made a fake arrest record for me in the sex offender registry, which they then illegally photoshopped my face onto and sent it to me on the online. It was like an endless wave of bandits, and all I had was like an iron dagger, and I was like... So basically, a lot of these K-nerds talked to me about, like this police training course that you could get for free, pretty much. And it was like basically you could go to a cop station and be like, yo, I want like a police, like... Firearms Safety Course, and it was pretty much free training for the Marines, I thought, so I was like, whatever, let's sign up. I had on there, and they were teaching me a little bit about pistols. They started blabbing on all this shit about fucking trigger discipline. Don't muzzle sweep me.
Nice.
You know, all this, and I was just like, guys, listen to me.
I'm Yosemite Sam, the meanest, toughest, rip-roaringest, Edward Everett Hortonest hombre, whatever packed a 6-shooter.
Listen to me, and they just started condescending to me, you know, and I was like, can I just shoot the gun already? And they were like, no, you have to listen to me about trigger discipline. And I was like,
we're living in a police state of bullshit.
Dude, I came here to shoot the gun. And they just started bitching me out, pretty much. She was like, you need to learn some respect, you know, that kind of bullshit.
We're people who do not respect my ideals and don't respect me.
I told him that I was a U.S. Marine.
Golly.
I told him that, well, at the time I didn't think of myself as a U.S. Marine. I thought of myself as a future U.S. Marine. That came later, but I told him that. I explained, well, listen, guys, I already know what I'm talking about here. And what I did was I actually took out a little post-it note, and I put him down the URL of my Tumblr, and I gave it to him. I was like, listen, man, I'm a vlogger of guns. I know my stuff. Just let me have the gun.
I'm like Da Vinci in that allegory, okay?
Okay, let me just shoot my stuff, you know, online. I mean, not online. I mean, like, you know, in the range. You know, like that. So I finally got the gun. The guy wasn't impressed by my sight. He just kind of looked at it and he was like, whatever. But pulled it up on his phone and he was like, whatever. But we got to the shooting range, and I tried to teach him a thing or two about dual wielding. This is around the time I basically just like grabbed a second gun and I was like, yeah, we'll try it like this. And then they flipped the fuck out. They were like, whoa, 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 put that thing down! Like, one of them, I swear to, he had his hand on the gun like he was about to draw it on me. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? You know, so I'm just shooting him. He's like, put it down. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You know, and then they just bitched me out. They just bitched me out, like, a lot, man. And long story short, I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the fucking police training course unfairly. They didn't realize that I was a U.S. Marine.
Golly.
And this may not seem important in the long run of things, but this just goes to show you guys that these guys don't respect me.
I'm a white male, hetero, and I am proud, and you can't do anything about it, okay?
They don't respect what it means to be Marine. And they don't actually respect me, even though that I know better than them in these situations, okay?
Shazam.
Fast forward a while, we'll skip past the boring parts here. Allah wills it! I mean, around the same time Sacred Fox made his appearance, my oldest enemy of all, Watcham Webb, surfaced. He began his assault in earnest that day. He was still unfairly dislikes me to this day, and I know he's out there watching this right now. So we made a bunch of videos against each other of him saying, call out, you know, and then we made a bunch of videos basically back and forth going at each other, and he pissed me off. I'm going to say that a lot. He really pissed me off. I encourage you to watch his videos to see why, because he was just this British guy. Was really just gay to me and unfair, and he just used to hit on me, okay, for no reason, basically.
I will not cease and or desist in this behavior.
And it was just bullshit online, you know, but whatever. And I know he's still out there. I mean, he doesn't make videos anymore, but because I proved him wrong, because I won. I made a video at the end. I was like, well, I proved him wrong, and then he didn't make any video against me back, so it means I win. It didn't really work. It was just all depressing and boring. It was all depressing and boring, dude. I just didn't wanna. I didn't have any of the stuff I did for fun anymore at all. But all I had was work. Nothing had worked out for me that year at all. I mean, no matter what I did, everything was just a fucking... It was just a shit show, man. I mean, my hopes and dreams were gone. Deagle Nation had split apart. And I didn't really even have any goals left. I wasn't even fighting for anything. I was like, what am I doing this for? And I don't want to fucking work at... You know, I didn't have any goals. And Rob was like, well, you'll get new goals. You just have to, you know, get job experience and education. And Rob didn't even want me to hang out with Tice.
This isn't a big...
freaking out!
And we're going to go back right where we left off with no pause in between. These, like, meetups in the local area and street race with the other guys. And it was just a good way to vent out my stress, you know? So, unfortunately, at one point, I had a little too much to drink, let's just say, while street racing. I was going about 70 miles per hour when I tried drifting around a corner, and because I saw people do that in Too Fast, Too Furious, and I ended up swerving and getting sideswiped hard by the other racer, and this is what happened as a result of that. Ever since then, I've been driving in my mother's red Prius.
You have to be very quiet because she might hear me and freak out at me.
And I still do rarely street race, but I'm not able to upgrade the vehicle at all because my mom is unfair to me.
I will not be stopped by my mom.
So I've had to master the art of street racing in a stock Prius. And while the specs may not be up to speed with some other high-end cars, specs do not equal skill. And skill is something I have a lot of. Anyway, whatever.
Can't you see we need a hand? Come protect the motherland. Come on and join your fellow man.